let my sister stay in my home when she said she had nothing. 6 months later, I discovered she had stolen my business and my clients. So I planned a revenge she would never forget. And she thought I would never find out. My name is Elena. I'm 29. And for most of my life, I believed loyalty was sacred. If someone you loved was hurting, you helped them. If family needed you, you gave everything. That belief shattered the day my older sister Clara showed up at my apartment with a suitcase and tears running down her face. Her husband had left her. She said she'd lost her job, and she had nowhere else to go. I held her while she cried like we were still little girls hiding from thunderstorms, and of course I told her she could stay. At the time, I had just started building something of my own, a small marketing company run out of my living room. It wasn't glamorous, but every late night, every coffee-fueled morning, every tiny victory belonged to me. Clara watched it grow. At first, she was grateful, cooking dinner, answering emails, offering little ideas that made her feel involved. Slowly, she became part of the business. I trusted her completely because she wasn't just a partner, she was my sister. But trust has a dangerous way of blinding you. 6 months later, my clients started disappearing. Emails went unanswered even though I had sent them. Meetings were mysteriously canceled. Contracts vanished from shared folders. I thought I was failing. I blamed my inexperience. I told myself maybe I wasn't strong enough to run a company after all. Then one afternoon, a longtime client said something that froze the blood in my veins. He said, "I already signed with Clara's company. She told us you were shutting down." I remember staring at the phone like it had spoken a language I didn't understand. Clara's company? That night I checked everything: emails, bank transfers, contracts, backups. Ainda de trufi folded like a slowny gachmari. Clara had secretly created her own company using my contacts, my strategies, even unfinished proposals she had taken from my files. She had quietly moved my clients to her business while pretending to help me rebuild mine. My own sister had been dismantling my life from inside my home. When I confronted her, she didn't even try to deny it. She leaned back on my couch, calm and almost amused, and said the words that changed something inside me forever. "You're too soft to run a real business, Elena. I just took what you couldn't protect." Those words should have broken me. Instead, they sharpened something cold and patient in my chest. For the next 2 months, I became exactly what she expected: the defeated younger sister who had lost everything. I let her believe she had already won while I quietly prepared something else. Every conversation we had, I recorded. Every stolen document, every message she sent to my former clients, every contract she copied illegally, I saved it all. Piece by piece, I built a record of everything she had done. Clara thought she had stolen my future, but in reality, she was walking directly into a trap she couldn't see. 2 months later, Clara invited me to the launch party of her new office. She smiled when she handed me the invitation and said, "Maybe you can learn something." The room that night was filled with people who used to be my clients, people who believed her version of the story. Evoking wifi de calmista smile off my life. Halfway through the celebration, I asked if I could say a few words. Clara agreed immediately, because she thought I was there to praise her. Instead, I connected my laptop to the big presentation screen behind us. The first slide appeared: bank transfers, email screenshots, copied proposals. The room went silent. Then the audio started playing. Clara's own voice filled the speakers, laughing as she explained how easy it had been to steal my clients and destroy my company. Her confident smile disappeared instantly. People started whispering, some stood up, some grabbed their coats. I looked directly at her and said calmly, "You didn't just betray me, you committed fraud." Then the final slide appeared, a formal legal notice. Earlier that morning, my lawyer had filed a lawsuit for intellectual property theft, fraud, and financial damages. The evidence was overwhelming. Clara stared at the screen like the ground had vanished beneath her feet. For the first time since she moved into my apartment, she looked afraid. The party ended within minutes. One by one, her clients walked out the door. There was no screaming, no dramatic fight, just silence and consequences closing in around her. 6 months later, the court ruled in my favor. Clara was forced to shut down her company and repay everything she had taken. But the real victory wasn't the money. The real victory was understanding something I had never known before. Betrayal doesn't destroy you. It reveals who people really are. And sometimes the strongest revenge isn't anger, it's patience. Because the people who think they've outsmarted you rarely realize one simple truth. The quiet ones are always watching, and when the truth finally arrives, it doesn't knock. It walks in and takes everything back, just like the day my own sister stole my company while living under my roof and thought I would never find out.